Today, most of us travel by interstate a lot, and as we go down the interstate going 70 miles per hour or whatever, we bypass cities and towns, and it's very efficient. We get to our places very quickly. It's rather boring, though, at times, and you have to pull off at the exits to go into town to get gas or food or whatever, and so it is quick, it is fast, but it is not altogether enjoyable at times. Back in the original highway system, back when Route 66 was built, these little systems, these highways went through towns and even cities. And so as you traveled through those routes, you were going much slower. And every once in a while, every 30, 40 miles, you run into another little town or city, and it would really slow you down. So it wasn't nearly as quick as the interstate system has been designed to do. But at the same time, you got to see things that you wouldn't see off the interstate. You saw the little towns and houses and villages and shops, and it was very easy to pull over and get a meal. And so we would enjoy doing that. And so I know I would come by and to these places, and I'd stop, get a cup of coffee, maybe a meal, enjoy it, maybe even do a little shopping sometimes. But that's the way those old highway systems were built. Today we're going down Route 66 on our Wonderful Day in the Lord programs. The biblical Route 66. There's 66 books in the Bible. And we're not speeding around these things. We're going to slow down once in a while and pull off and just get our cup of coffee, so to speak, and review where we've been and where we're going. And I think it'd be more profitable to do that. And so we're going to do that today. We're going to pull over. We've gone through 8 books of the Bible so far. In each of those books, we've given a key word, and we also have given a key verse. The key word would be a word that would describe in one word the understanding of the main thrust of that particular book of the Bible. The key verse would be a verse that exemplifies the teaching of that book, at least to a large degree. What we're encouraging you to do is this. If you would not only listen to the program every day, 5 or 6 minutes, but you would also memorize these key words. Then when we're done, if you keep working through that, when we're done, you would be able to know immediately, basically, the thrust of a book like Leviticus or Numbers or Deuteronomy or whatever, just by the key word. And then if you would memorize the key verse, you'd even be further ahead. Even if you don't memorize the verse, if you would memorize the reference to that verse. Now, some of you may want to go ahead and do more work, a little extra, go back and read, especially wrapped around that key verse, look at the context, meditate upon this passage of Scripture, and get more out of it. But if you do at least the minimum of what we're suggesting, I think you would be very benefited by that. In addition, we are encouraging you that have children to make this a wonderful tool to help you with family time in the Word. How simple could it be? You know, a lot of times parents don't know how to start in that kind of process. They don't know where to begin, what materials to use. How easy this would be if you would just sit down your family for 5, 6 minutes, go through the program, memorize together the key word, the key verse, rehearse that with your family throughout the day and the weeks, and this would be a real kickstarter for a lot of families in their spiritual time together. So we encourage you to do that. So we're going to pull off to the side today. We're going to get our spiritual cup of coffee, so to speak, and just kind of review where we have been so far so that you don't get too far behind. And if you get behind, don't get anxious about that. Just back up and slowly catch up with us, and I think you will profit from that. So we're going to look now at the different books of the Bible and the key words and the key verses that we've given you so far. The first one is, of course, Genesis, and the key word is beginnings, and the key verse is the very first one, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The second one is Exodus, and Exodus, the key word is going to be deliverance. That's what Exodus basically means, and our key verse is the verse leading right into the 10 Commandments, Exodus 20, verse 2, I am the Lord your God. Next is Leviticus, and the key word is holiness. Leviticus 19:2, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Numbers, wanderings, is the key word here. Numbers 6:24, the Lord bless you and keep you. And then there's Deuteronomy, and the key word there is reminders. Deuteronomy 6:5 is our key verse. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. That's a little longer verse, but a very, very valuable one. Joshua is success. And Joshua 1:8 said, this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night. Judges is failure. Judges 21:25, everyone did what was right in his own eyes. And then Ruth, redemption. Ruth 4:14, blessed is the Lord who has not left you without a redeemer. So that's our review. We've pulled off the highway right now. We've reviewed over what we've talked about so far and the passages that we've looked at. And tomorrow we'll take off and begin to look at 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. We'll see you then. Until then, you have a blessed and wonderful day in the Lord.